we're still hanging out here at the UFC Expo as we get ready for UFC 317. How can I not stop and talk to somebody that's wearing this shit? Where did you get that from?
Oh, birthday present. I feel I like to dress, flamboyant. I was going to the Expo, so I stick out, dress the part, act confident, so that way I can kind of fake it.
So that's what I need to do. I need to start wearing clothes like this, I guess. What I found intriguing is you're from Las Vegas. So I think I just told you how long I've been coming to UFC and what we were trying to do and how we were trying to get media exposure and all that kind of stuff. What was it like growing up in the city that the UFC is from?
I think I've had a lot easier than a lot of other fighters because, what are you doing? I'm trying to be a UFC fighter. Oh, okay. You want to fight UFC? But yeah, sure, that's what I'm doing. Karate, BJJ, the works. So in that way, it's a lot easier than a lot of these other fighters in places where the sport's not so well established. And also, ever since I started training, I was always seeing UFC fighters in the street. I remember being 15 and seeing, like Nam Bam and Populary Columbia at Town Square, seeing BJ Family. I've always seen these fighters like living their life like normal people. I need to see them as normal people and believe that I could be one of those fighters one day.
Now, are you a lawyer who fights or a fighter who wants to be a lawyer?
I think now, as a fighter, hopefully, I'm a fighter that hopefully never have to sell out, because that's the hope.
You still want to go into law?
Possibly. COVID came at like the perfect time because my last semester, I always applying to law schools, being accepted, and then I had 12 credits left, and then the country shut down. So I was okay, I got to pay the bills, and nothing's open except for some fights. So finally, put all my eggs in one basket, fought 5 times in my 20, got the UFC, and now we're here,
But I'm sure you thought of this. If you were also your own lawyer, you get the money that you're saving, the contracts yourself, and all that kind of stuff. Easy and hard, I know.
Now, easy and hard. I think it's like the man who defends himself as a fool for a lawyer. I feel like if you're a lawyer, though, I'd be better than every other fighter that doesn't have a lawyer. Who doesn't have a lawyer who's representing themselves. But yeah, maybe I'll go into management. Maybe I'll go to law school. Everything's gonna be easier after this crazy hectic sport. So.
And a lot of people, me included, it takes somebody nuts to do this for a living. It's one thing if you get to fight in the street or whatever, but this is your profession. So how do you turn it on and turn it off? I'm that sport saying you're just the happy guy at home. You wear clothes like this.
Yeah, I have to play the part. And a lot of the times I feel like a lot of I was always moralizing the fight game. It didn't the right thing to do. I was always over-researching my opponent, how many kids they have. Where do you go up? I was always having to justify that that's how the fight works in the cage and feeling horrible about it. So then I was always trying to live by this radical honesty. I want to be myself, the same version of myself wherever I am. So I was just trying to be Jordan Leavitt in the cage, and I was just trying to be this happy-go-lucky guy in the cage, and I was still winning some of my fights, but I was losing some of my fights. And I finally decided that I am allowed to be a different person 3 nights out of the year. I'm going to be a fight for my family, make sure my kids get double the money, double the stability. So I just put on a different hat when I walk into that cage, and then as soon as the fight is over, I go back to being Jordan Leavitt, but the Monkey King, he's alive for 45 minutes a year, and that's cool.
How old are your children?
4 and 1.
So they don't really know yet.
Yeah.
The 1-year-old doesn't know.
Oh yeah, and hopefully by the time they're teenagers, they'll be a distant memory. Little dad, you fought. What are all these pictures on the wall? Oh, I did a thing.
But you're just dad.
I'm just dad.
How does your wife handle you being a professional fighter? I know a lot of times it's easy. It can't be easy to watch your husband in a combat fight. A friend of mine, Marcus Jones, who played in the NFL, he was on the Ultimate Fighter.
Marcus Jones.
Yeah.
My first season of the Ultimate Fighter. He was the first fighter I was a fan of, actually. Really. I quit the wrestling team. I turned on the TV, and the Ultimate Fighter was playing the entire season, and one day the finale was that day. That's how I discovered MMA. Marcus Jones was one of the first fighters I ever was aware of, actually. It's kind of cool.
When we're done this, I'll call him, and I'll see if he'll answer the phone. If you want to talk to him, Marcus was the greatest guy. But Bethany came to me crying one time. She's like, they're booing my husband. I'm like, well, this is different. It's not like the NFL. There is boos and stuff. How does she handle that? Not that you can move.
Well, I thought I loved it. It was horrible. But my wife says when I'm calm, she's calm. So I'm always like making sure, even if I'm about to like crap myself, I'm walking out and people are booing or I get knocked out. Like I always try to be calm. That helps her stay calm. My mom's like that too. As long as I'm not freaking out, they're not freaking out. So I just gotta pretend that I'm not freaking out, even though I'm about to piss myself every time I'm about to fight. If I'm being honest.
And that's what I like, because very few people say that. Very few fighters like, nope, I'm calm. Nope. I love when people are honest. Like, no, I'm a little nervous. I'm in a fist fight. We're not going to play pinochle. We're going to throw punches. You know, so you're one of the few that did that.
I mean, I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, this is who I am. Like, I'm not just a fighter. I'm also, you know, I go to church. I have my kids. I have my husband. Like, I'm not just the violent dude. And I don't like to fight. I love the train. I love the puzzles. I love doing something difficult that's unsure. I love how insecure fighting is sometimes. I feel it gives me the thrill. It stimulates my mind and my spirit. But I don't enjoy it. I enjoy the walkout. I'm terrified for the fight, and I enjoy it afterwards. Unless I lose and then I don't enjoy it. But it's a big game. It's a big gamble, and I enjoy that part of it. If I could never fight and still pay the bills playing, I would do that.
Well, it's interesting because Marcus always said he didn't like the NFL. He didn't like football. He was just good at it, and that's how he was able to pay bills. But if he never had to play football again, he never would. So it's interesting that you said that. When you got booed overseas, did you enjoy that?
I did. I really did. I hate to say that because that takes away my excuse. Like, I think the crowd's scared. Like, I never had so much fun for a fight in my life than the Patty fight week. I just love the energy. It doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. I can decide whether or not I'm going to use that or to like deter me. And I had so much fun. I started the boos. Like, they like kind of park you in front of the car and they're all like booing, throwing stuff at you. And I'm like, oh, Patty, and I started it, and then they were walking out, and it was really cool. And then I lost the fight, and then I smacked the fan on the way out because he tried to fight me. But yeah, no, it's all just energy.
Consequences.
What that consequences?
You know, and what's funny about that is I was a friend of mine was the WBO cruiserweight champ. He didn't defend. He fought in Germany and lost. We were booed during the national anthem. And to be honest, I loved it. I thought it was the greatest thing. Being booed here in our country is wrong. You know, we won't get into that stuff. But being booed in Germany for the national anthem and I'm holding the belt up was like one of my proudest moments. You're booing me because I'm an American. F you, all that kind of stuff. So I love being the hated guy and the role of being the hated guy.
Because you can only go up from there. I love Rocky 3. It is the best Rocky. Why? Because Rocky is hated the entire. You disagree? You think 1 or 2? 5? Okay, 5 is underrated. That's a good decision.
I love 5.
Oh, 5 is really good. Oh, that's
the street fight,
dude, and like it's how it's protege. That's a really good. I respect that position.
It's listed as the worst.
Oh, it's not,
but it's so underrated. I had Kinsey Morrison on 2 weeks ago, and we talked about it. That's my ringtone. It's not when you knocked him down once you try not. That's my ringtone.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Yeah, Rocky 5. I'm a big Rocky 5.
Rocky 5 is a really underrated one.
But tell me about 3. Tell me what you like.
He goes to Russia. He's hated. There's no hope for him, and then everyone turns the corner. So, oh damn! Like the strength of the spirit changes their opinion about him, and then they're chanting his name, and that would never happen for American Fighter.
I don't know if you're testing me. Are you testing me?
Have you seen it happen?
No, that's Rocky 4.
Oh, Rocky 4.
Rocky 3 is Mr. T.
You are right. You are right.
I don't want to correct you.
No, you're right. I'm talking about Rocky 4. That's the best one. Rocky 3 one.
Well, that's Clubber Lang.
It's okay.
6 isn't the best. You know, Rocky with Antonio Tarver. I mean, you know, a 60-year-old guy comes out and fight. You know, they had an ending where he won.
Really? Yeah, alternate ending? Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So tell me what's next for you. When would you like to fight again?
Hopefully November, December. I want to win one more fight, get one more bonus, go to a different tax bracket, and then attack 2026. See where we're at that point. But I just want to stay active. I had 19 months off my last one, and I had a lot of time to improve. That's one positive. But I like the challenge, and I want to see how far I can go with this. And I got to fight. I stay active. So hopefully one more fight this year, 4 fights next year, and then we'll see.
Here comes the dinner question. I'd like to ask, my guests, if you could have dinner with any 4 people, living or passed away, real or fictitious, can't be family members, can't be, friends from the gym, as far back, whatever, who would your 4 be?
Oh, that's a good question. Andrew Jackson. I think it's one of the coolest American questions in history. Ooh, that's a good question. Ben Franklin, one of the first multi-geniuses in American history. I'm very biased with Americans.
I thought he was that plumbing guy. It's Ben Franklin plumbing.
Yeah. He did that too. Ooh, that's a good question. Attila the Hun. Oh no, Genghis Khan would be number 3. Very misunderstood, very caricatured in history. Ooh, that's a good question. Theodore Roosevelt.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm clearly a history nerd, but that's my deal.
If you could collect, I don't know if you collect things, but what one item would be your go-to, I want to collect and get that item?
I wish I could be like a rare book collector. I would love to have first editions of books. That'd be awesome. Show off on the bookshelf. That's what I would like to do if I was a collector.
Cool. Final question: what's it like walking around here at this expo?
It's crazy. It's my first expo. I never even went as a fan. This is my first positive fan interaction, on a mass scale, and it's nice. It's energizing. I thought it would be more. I thought 2,000-3,000 people. I thought I'm stuck in this mindset when I was in high school. Sport was a lot more niche. So seeing the fact that they're just at least 100, a few hundred people that even know my name, oh, the monkey get out! That's crazy. I can't. I'm not even sure I can actually conceptualize that. I don't see. I'm the same person that's been doing this for 15 years, and it's cool, and it's amazing, and it's crazy how the sport's growing, and all the accents I'm hearing, different languages, different flags everywhere. It's pretty tight.
Good stuff. Live right here at the UFC Expo in Las Vegas. This is Knockout Radio.
Nice.
Good stuff. So, thank you.